Ambassador Thomas Reed maintained perfect posture as the Galactic Council deliberated. 7 hours had passed, and the 12 alien representatives continued to debate whether humanity deserved full membership status. Earth had met all technical requirements years ago, yet here they were, again, listening to the same tired arguments. "The humans are unpredictable," proclaimed Ambassador Drell of the Vesperi Collective, his translucent appendages waving dismissively. "Their historical records show alarming tendencies toward violence." Thomas sighed internally while keeping his diplomatic smile firmly in place. This was the 14th time Earth's petition had been brought before the Council. 14 times Chairman Gorn had promised fair consideration. 14 times they'd been denied on increasingly flimsy pretexts. In the observation gallery, Commander Ellis Wilson of the Earth Defense Fleet watched with growing irritation. He'd warned Thomas that diplomacy had its limits. The Council respected strength, not endless patience. "Perhaps," began Ambassador Liss of the Proxima Alliance, her scaled face unreadable, "we should consider another probationary period. 3 more solar cycles should—" Thomas cleared his throat. The subtle sound somehow silenced the vast chamber. "Distinguished representatives," he said, his voice calm yet carrying to every corner, "Earth has maintained peaceful relations with all Council races for 27 years. We've shared medical breakthroughs that benefited billions across 17 systems. Our scientific exchange programs have advanced collective knowledge in quantum mechanics, terraforming, and interstellar travel." Chairman Gorn's 6 eyes blinked asynchronously, a sign of discomfort among his kind. "Yes, Ambassador Reed, but—" "I wasn't finished," Thomas said quietly. The chamber fell silent. Humans rarely interrupted Council proceedings. For nearly 3 decades, we have been model citizens of this galactic community. We've followed every regulation, honored every treaty, and met every benchmark for membership. Yet we find ourselves here again, facing the same baseless objections. Thomas stood, straightening his formal blue uniform. "My government instructed me to inform you that this is Earth's final petition." Murmurs rippled through the chamber as Thomas activated a holographic display showing Earth's sector of space. "Currently 3 Earth defense fleets patrol our borders. As non-members, we're technically entitled to establish our own security protocols." Ambassador Drell scoffed. "Is this a threat, human?" "Not at all," Thomas replied smoothly. "Simply informing the Council of changes in Earth's defensive posture should our petition be denied. As non-members, we'll need to ensure our own security arrangements." He zoomed the hologram to show the strategic importance of Earth's position, controlling access to 7 major trade routes. Additionally, our exclusive mineral extraction operations on Mars will be restricted to Earth allies only. The Council, of course, can source palladium elsewhere, though I understand the nearest deposits are in the Outer Rim, requiring significant detours for your freighters. Ambassador Liss leaned forward. "Ambassador Reed, surely we can discuss— We've been discussing for 14 years. Thomas interrupted, his voice still cordial. "Earth has grown weary of discussion." He gestured toward the observation gallery where Commander Wilson now stood. Wilson pressed a small device and suddenly, the chamber's external view screens activated, showing hundreds of Earth vessels emerging from jump space around the Council station. "Those aren't warships," Thomas clarified quickly. "Merely transport vessels, ready to evacuate Earth's 30,000 citizens currently residing on Council worlds. We've appreciated your hospitality, but we believe it's time our people returned home." The unspoken implication hung in the air. 30,000 humans meant 30,000 fewer scientists, engineers, doctors, and artists contributing to Council worlds. Chairman Gorn stood abruptly. "This is outrageous. You bring military forces to a diplomatic meeting?" Thomas laughed softly. "Military forces? Chairman, if we'd brought military forces, you'd know it. These are passenger transports," he paused. "Our actual fleet is currently running exercises in the Arcturus sector." The holo display shifted to show Earth's complete naval power. Hundreds of ships whose designs were unfamiliar to most Council races. Earth had been innovating privately. "We've respected Council restrictions on weapons development." Thomas continued pleasantly. But as non-members, we'll need to re-examine those voluntary limitations. The council chamber erupted in panicked conversation. Thomas waited patiently until Chairman Gorn restored order. "Ambassador," Gorn said, his voice carefully measured, "perhaps we've been overly cautious regarding Earth's petition?" Thomas nodded. "Perhaps. A recess might be in order to reconsider." "No more recesses," Thomas said, still smiling but with steel in his voice. "Earth requires an answer today. We've prepared contingencies for either outcome." Ambassador Drell sputtered. "You cannot dictate terms to the council." "We're not dictating anything," Thomas replied. "We're simply informing you of the consequences of your decision. Earth has been extraordinarily patient. That patience has limits." Chairman Gorn conferred quickly with the other council members. The tension in the chamber was palpable. Finally, he turned back to Thomas. "The council will vote immediately on Earth's petition." One by one, the council members voted. When the final tally appeared, 12 in favor, 0 against, Thomas merely nodded as if the outcome had never been in doubt. "Earth thanks the council for its wisdom," he said, resuming his seat. "We look forward to a productive relationship as full members." As the session concluded, Commander Wilson approached Thomas in the antechamber. "Risky play," he muttered. Thomas straightened his uniform. "Not really. We just showed them what they've refused to see, that the polite, deferential humans they've been dismissing have teeth. And if they'd called your bluff," Thomas smiled thinly. "Who said anything about bluffing?" Later, in the privacy of the Earth Embassy, Thomas contacted the president. "Mission accomplished," he reported. "Sometimes diplomacy requires showing." "What happens when diplomacy fails?" The president nodded on the secure channel. "Well done. Let's hope they never have to see what happens when our polite side truly switches off." Thomas glanced at the now distant council chamber. "For everyone's sake, Madam President, so do I,"